My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Monster Train Lost Divinity. Coming in 25 random double mollusk mage. Ooh, baby. Ooh. Ooh. Haven't had that in a while. 2 copies of Razor Sharp Edge and a single Titan's Tooth. We have the non-exiled versions of both Stygian Guard and Awoken. Will I be pushed in any direction by relics? I don't think so. Damage spells cost -1 on this floor. I kind of like the idea of that and the Mollusk Mage and doing stuff. But the Mollusk Mage also could benefit from the handheld totem sweep. Also, that can actually sweep a pretty large amount of damage with Razor Sharp Edges. Mushroom Steel Stygian Banner. Hellvent Stygian Banner. Oh god. It's Conduit. Lightstone Casing. Rooted when they enter the floor below the pyre room. So. Okay. Well, this is going to be a interesting one. This is one of the ones where I, like last episode, despite the fact that it didn't work last episode and ended up killing us. God, no way. Is it set up still on top? Yeah, okay. This is going to be one of those situations, specifically because it's Merchant of Steel Stygian and then Hellvent Stygian and there's a Divine Temple here, where I end up with 2 incant units put into one another on the same floor, with the Tethys making the casts cheaper, set them up on the top floor for the Root Split Mask, try and get spells so that I can take out backliners that need to be taken out earlier on lower lines. It's going to be very aggressive. That Disciple Foot Soldier is really bad. This is really rough. I'm not going to be able to use Titan's Tooth on this floor. It's exactly what I needed, though. Ruined it for myself with the Amber Drain. It's my bad. Don't have any way to hold it over or anything like that. So right now, it looks like I'm dead. 26, 9, 35, 6. I'm interested. I'm really interested here. Because this might be one of those fights where you are just dead. I want to see. So I can still do these. Can still go there, that can still go there. Right? Still kill you that way. Don't play a shiny suit on the top floor so that I have the ability to play against these. There goes Titan's Tooth. I need to know, is this one winnable? Some of them aren't. It's a thing I haven't encountered before. Yeah, we're in the same situation 1 layer down. Now we can't use Titan's Tooth, which is essential. So Razor Sharp Edge you. Restore could get us an extra hit, I guess. Restore again. Pop, pop, restore. So even with that going off as best as it could have, we survive with 4 HP. So rude. Incant to apply Frostbite 2 to enemy units. Wow. It's actually not a bad idea. Offering Token does give us the ability possibly to play the Titan's Tooth. Frostbite 2 to enemy units. The thing is, because that does that after the turn resolves, like it deals its damage rather after the turn resolves. Like it's really, really good, but I would need a tanky unit to pair with it. So I guess we're looking for a tanky unit to pair with it then. Wildwood Sap, I mean, that's good health support for some of the frontliners that would be viable for us. I think I'll just take this thing there. Ah. I see. There's one of the frontliners. But this is a Steelsinger. On summon, gains 80 max health. Rejuvenate gains 1 damage permanently. It's new though. The problem is I really want that Guard of the Unnamed. How is the Steelsinger going to be able to project damage? Part of its damage projection could come from putting like a Glacial Seal inside of it. It rejuvenates for +1 damage permanently. This would be really impossible, in fact, to take if we had Root Seeds instead of Restore, but we do have Restore. Which means we definitely should keep considering it. It's new. I didn't want that. I really didn't want that. Okay. How are we doing this now? That could actually just go on a floor by itself. It doesn't need to be part of the Tethys' floor plan. It's just we also don't want to split up our casts of incant trigger things. Which is why we want to put them on the same floor. Because the Rejuvenate is going to be from a spell, so it's going to be an incant trigger as well. It feels like that unit desperately wants multi-strike. Incant gain 2. My god, that could have been so good. Sentry. How would I get the Steelsinger on the same floor as them? I don't know, but I feel like I'm about to try and find out. Is the Titan Sentry going to be a free agent by itself? Do I give it Endless and health? Or do I give it the Incant? I think I give it Endless and health. Not health yet, but Endless nonetheless. What we got in here? Intrinsic, plus 30 magic power. Don't think we have anything we want to make intrinsic. I don't think we have anyone that we want to put in anyone else right now. Like, I guess I could try and go Mollusk Mage into Mollusk Mage, put that on the same floor as the Tethys. Actually doesn't feel too bad. Kind of like the idea of that. It's still not a banner unit, though. Yo-ho! And then I guess that can now get the incant Game 2 armor. Still looking for my floor construction in my head right now. Number centers with spikes 3. We just picked up a lot of units. We're very powerful right now. We should be okay here. Really unfortunate I had to do that. I wanted to get the Steelsinger out this turn. That's why I didn't play the Tethys on the top line, because then I wouldn't have the 3 energy to actually play out the Steelsinger. Maybe I should still go with the Steelsinger instead, though. 50 gold or a few rejuvenate triggers? I think that can wait. I don't like that it has to, but I think it can. There, stock there, your frostbite. Get him. All right, still alive. We're limping along. We're limping along. Titan's Gratitude for more frontline damage. Crypt Builder for more frontline damage. It's already pretty expensive. We don't really have a way to cheat out discards. We're not going to find another Offering Totem. Where are we going to find all the discards to actually activate these? Doesn't feel like I am going to find them. Take the Titan's Gratitude, I think. Glimmer for some AoE damage. Wildwood Spark makes a lot of sense right now. Wildwood Sap, rather, makes a lot of sense right now. With the Wildsinger in the deck. I'm so gonna regret this. Am I? I don't know what I'm doing right now. So somebody stop me. What do we... Okay, well, okay. So here's the plan, I think. We Titan Sentry in Titan Sentry. That's a double Titan Sentry. All the way across the sky. It's so intense. We'll look for the... Do we... I'm so confused. Okay, 2, 1, 1, 1. We can do that. God, this is so weird. We minor refract the Steelsinger. Now we can do the one-line play again. And then we Hellvent. You're so big, though. We don't have many heals to go on many different targets. Then we Hellvent to dupe the Titan Sentry? It is going to be extremely hard to justify taking anything more for a very long period of time. Okay. 3. And the capacity there. So the big problem is I can't actually play Steelsinger. I may actually need to even go Ember here after the first boss. Because if I play Tethys on the top floor and then next turn the banner unit I draw is Steelsinger, I don't get to play it. Which means maybe I don't even play Tethys. Or maybe I do, but I put it on a completely different floor. Like that. As it turns out, it would have been fine. No way to have known that. Oh yeah, backline units were already going to take a dunk anyway. Maybe I'll put you down in the front. Yeah. You'll die in time. Let's kill that. Okay. And then you get your regen. We still haven't actually seen the Mollusk Mage, which I was really hoping to see to do a bunch of healing on the Steelsinger, but oh well. That one can go up there on that top line. There's another Titan Sentry. That's not enough. Mollusk Mage goes here. We go for that hit. This unit's going to go to the top floor and kill us. All right. I know I did this in the first fight of this run, and the response that I got on the episode where I decided to pull one out, the Imp Parade, was that people are happy to see the deck that is nutty still do its thing, and we're okay, very broadly speaking, with the fight reset. But many of them did say that they would limit it to 1 per run, which I've not done because the first was what the first was. There's so many different things going on in this deck, though. Let's take a moment. This to me feels correct. This setup just feels like how we need to set up here. We can not reveal Tethys by putting you here instead. That's probably going to end up leaking something like an overcharged, though. If I pop a Titan Sentry there. Unless... Actually, I think we do go with this. We'll take that too, that's fine. We need the Steelsinger down. I also wanted the Glacial Seal down, but I don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might just find that you get what you need. Got that. So we forego the bottom line a lot quicker than we did last time. You going to the top line still kills us, so... Do I have to make a Nemesis play here? Put the Titan Sentry on the top line? Feels like we have to, right? Not that I would have wanted to. Give you your... Can we get a Mollusk Mage out here? Yeah, actually, that's a lot more healing. Use a Restore. And then we just hope to draw some Restores this turn. We drew one. And that'll be enough. Because of 2 Endless Shocks. We definitely need Ember. Adaptive Mutation. Adaptive Mutation fully heals a unit, then swaps its health and defense. That's good for the Steelsinger in the early game. Gives it 120 damage pretty quickly. Sure. None of the rest of you, thank you. Right. Steelsinger has Rejuvenate +1, +20, +40, +1 capacity. I don't think it needs to be quick or any of those kinds of things. Nope. Pass. Ember. As much as I want to put more units on the same line. Ember. Now, we need health upgrades for the Titan Sentries and multi-strike for Steelsinger if we can get it. Multi-strike for Steelsinger if we can get it. Incant for armor on the Mollusk Mage. You're now actually getting towards being a tank. I wanted to reroll just for straight health, not that there. When we come with Consumer's Blade, restore 5 Pyre health. We have 1, 2. We have 2 of those. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the room below the Pyre room. That gives me a turn to attack them before they get to attack us back. Also means the Mollusk Mage lives a lot more easily. Let's take Light's Gauge, which it does mean the top line being Titan Sentry is less valuable, unfortunately for us. Damage spells costing -2. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hopefully so that I can draft other more expensive things later. Okay. Enemy center with armor 15. They do have haste. I think I can still do this. That's actually kind of why I thought I could do this, interestingly. So next turn, we are going to draw for certain the other Titan Sentry, which means I can pop this one on the bottom line. And then the top floor has Steelsinger and the Tethys. Everyone's rooted up there for a bit. Titan Sentry out, get a heal there. Take some damage. Knock that unit 2 times. Nice. Sting kills the front line. We use the Adaptive Mutation, and now we have a lot of damage on you. We missed out on the Titan Sentry there, but we need to keep you healing. I'll be damned if this isn't a very unique build. Pop you down there. I don't think I need to use the Titan's Tooth because of that. And then the reason we didn't want to use the Titan's Tooth is I want to cast more things up here. The Titan Sentry for you. More stat gains for you. That'll do it. Hold off on as many shards as we possibly can. Guardian Stone, really? The thing is, incant to apply frostbite to enemy units is no longer good. No longer really something we want to do. End of turn, apply frozen to a random card in your hand. It's not bad. We're running out of time to put anything into the Steelsinger, or rather to draft anything to put into the Steelsinger. We are going to need to be able to support the floor's HP. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if I went with like a Guardian Stone here. Is that really how we need to support the floor's HP? These just need to get more damage. More damage, more health. I don't even have the capacity for it at the moment, right? It's a Titan Sentry in the front line, then a Steelsinger behind, or rather a Molus Mage behind, and then a Steelsinger behind that, and then Tethys in the back line. Skip. Awake. Awake is huge. Giant individual heal. This is the regen 3. Sure. We can even just -3 it 3 times over. The thing is, removals from the deck are really important right now. Unit upgrades are also pretty big. Getting the Titan Sentries to be able to live for more than a single turn would be nice. But the Merchant Trinkets offers so much value. I'll be damned if Volatile Gauge isn't exactly what we need right now. Thank you. Value Stone. Twin Stone. There's also a True Stone here. I don't know if that's as valuable. Gratitude. Engage Pact, I guess. Could try and put someone in someone. I honestly don't even think we're doing that. Let's have a look at these steel cabins first. Take the stave. 2 extra energy every single turn, as well as the volatile gauge. I think we just fixed all of the problems with the deck. Also, the Tethys Titanbane is going to overwhelm the cost increases rather on the Frozens there. I'm going to reroll. I'm looking for Split Anvil specifically. Improve Firebox is good enough. Removal of a single card is also definitely good enough at this point. Get a shiny suit out of the deck. We never really have the ability to play those. Okay. Sure, non-bosses gain additional whatever. They're not going to be attacking on the top floor, which is where we're going to do all of our stuff. Okay. Titan Sentry goes out. Steelsinger goes out. Titan goes out behind. Steelsinger swaps. Use a Razor Sharp Edge afterwards. Extremely expensive repair. Go down on the bottom line and try your best. I like the idea of the Awake and the Restore. But then I can't play the Titan Sentry on this bottom line. It really does want to be there. Still got 1 Awake out. These Vengeful Shards having randomized costs is going to be a little annoying, definitely. Don't mean to undersell that. Finally gotten towards our Mollusk Mage. Actually, a surprisingly large part of the plan. Well, I mean, it is when the Steelsinger is out in front. Or maybe when the Titan Sentry has more HP. It's actually not that big right now. Maybe it could be replaced. Try and get some extra units out of the deck there. Beautiful. Titan Sentry definitely wants to go on the bottom line. Top here, we just keep casting, keep casting, keep casting. Get him. That's a lot of Frostbite, friend. Would you like some more? I'm afraid whilst I did phrase that as a question, it wasn't really one. Alright, good. Steelsinger is very large. Ice Storm, Cuddle Hex, Glacial Seal. These are even harder to take now that we have the randomized costs. Awake is not hard to take. Double removal as well as a dupe. I think it's time to dupe the Steelsinger. Double removal, just get 2 base shiny Stewards out of the deck. Steelsinger, I mean, I guess it could be upgraded by something in here. Strength Stone. Powering up the Pyre doesn't really help us. This Purges. We get that on turn 1, we might just gain a bunch of HP out of it. No, it could totally go into just a Steelsinger. Give it some more health, as the case may be. We'll dupe you. Definitely taking the gold. I feel pretty powerful right now. We actually may also kill Fel before the first wave. Not before the first wave, before the final wave, rather. Sorry. I'm very distractible right now. It's just, there's a lot going on. It's another hell vent at the end. Maybe what I'm doing is getting a third Steelsinger and we're just putting them all on the same line. Maybe they're just big enough. Actually, more and more that feels like the correct play. More and more it feels like everything that is not a Steelsinger in this deck is garbage. Get him, Steely. I don't think I'm playing the extra Titan Sentry this turn. Titan Sentries are effectively just backline damage for us now. Mollusk Mage. New Mollusk Swap. And then get out regen on you too. I want each of them to at least get +1 permanently per round. So I'm trying to have both have regen at the same time. So I can get down a single Titan Sentry and then still use both regens here. Looks good to me. Giant regens gain on each target. The fact that they go to the top floor, they're rooted there, and they can't attack on the first turn makes it so easy to do something like this. I love it. Love it. Guess I could put Glacials in. To be clear, there's not a great reason to do so, but I can do it, so there we will. Go, score some frostbite on those lines, friend. Speaking of, get some more frostbite. We go heal, and Titan's Gratitude. Unfortunately, they're not going to live on the top line long enough to really get us much damage out of the regen stacks going off there. Channel Song's really good. Gets us the ability to fish for the Mollusk Mage much earlier than we otherwise might. Or, you know, possibly one of the units that we've missed or something like that. Gifts to Regard is also not bad. But I also don't want to burn that many cards from my deck. Take the Channel Song, I think. And then... So top floor is Tethys, 2 Steelsingers, a Mollusk Mage, and then 1 more Steelsinger, right? Is how we round out that top floor. So if that's the top floor, then... And we're drawing 9 cards. 9 cards? 8 cards each turn. Draw a 9th card. Merchant of Steel is next to the Hellbent. That's not what I wanted. I actually might go for the Remorse. The big reason here is because with 8 cards in hand, I want to still be able to play a decent amount of them, and none of them... Like, Glimmer would have been absolutely gosh dang ideal for this deck. Unfortunately, it's a common, so we can't find it anymore. But it would have been a damage spell for the Tethys, so the Tethys would have reduced its cost, and then it also would have healed all of my Steelsingers on the same floor. Would have been grand. I think I do take the extra energy here again. If I was going over here and I could have gotten cost removals, then maybe I wouldn't have done that. Switching intrinsic. Let's look at the Hell's Banners. I don't play that many cards in a turn. Sorry, don't play that many minions in a turn, rather. I do on the opening turn, but on the opening turn, I also have 7 extra from the firebox. I don't think I need any of these. First time a friendly unit is healed, each turn draw 1. Nice. Start of your turn, add a Vine Grasp spell with Purge to your hand. Add. So it's never drawn. And because it's not drawn, it never has a cost randomization. We actually may take Cursed Vines there. And these get plus 5 HP or plus 5 damage. HP is probably the most pressing thing out of those for us. Health. 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 3 magic power, eh? It's not nothing. It's damn close. Is there anything here that wants to be intrinsic or spell chain? The problem with spell chain and just popping it on something like Awake or anything like that is... unless the Awake comes out at very low cost, it's really rough for us. So these do 93 by 2, but they come out with 80 max HP, so they still do more damage after they get flipped. So I think what I spell chain is the adaptive mutation, so that I can flip 2 of the units, and then the frontline unit just has the HP. Do I take Cursed Vines? Do I really benefit that much out of Cursed Vines? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think I'm going to hold my money. It's either more removals later, or it's a different... it's either more removals later, or it's a different relic in the latest store. Okay. Channel Song. Yeah. So that's why I need to get the Shiny Seward and the Glacial Seal out of the deck. They're really rough for that, specifically. So can I only account for 2 more spaces there, right? Mollusk Mage, Steelsinger. No, wait. Is that the... Show me the draw pile. Okay, there's 1 Steelsinger in there and then 1 Mollusk Mage. Okay, so 2 capacity left up there. So sure, we can slot that there, I guess. No reason not to. No reason to, but no reason not to. Welcome to the top floor, friends. That's going to be the tanky unit in front. So this goes here. Let's swap you. Oh, God. We actually do play units constantly. Because of... Oh, dang. Dang. Hell's Banners actually really would have been helpful. Because we're playing the Sharks again and again and again and again. I didn't think about that. Oops. That's all I have to say about that one. Oops. I don't think I need to play that at full cost right now. We can wait for them to come down to our level. Which is to say, castable. this work. Another endless Titan out there. Before we get back aboard the healing train. Nice. I'm paying a lot to get rid of vengeful shards that maybe don't need to be gotten rid of. Maybe I should have a think about that. Or regional new. Okay. Focus again on the only thing that really needs focus. A tight sentry out there for you, bud. Don't worry, I got you covered. It's just one more heal. Ah! One more heal trigger begets another heal trigger. It's also worth noting, at the very end of the line, we have this Mollusk Mage with 120 armor by this point. Having just cast many different things. Bop 'em. Another copy of Titan's Tooth. It's good for the volatile gauge. Don't really think it's what the deck needs at all, though. Pyagro. I see. Actually could be pretty big. Sure. I'll take that. Over here, we have a look at the Merchant of Steel. Ooh, large stone. Nice. That goes on one of the Titan Sentries. The other just gets some plus 25. We remove the 2 units that we never want to pull. We dupe the unit we do. Have a look at the Merchant of Steel, Strength Stone, reroll. I don't even think I reroll in this store. I don't think there is anything to reroll for. Look at the Merchant of Trinkets, Frozen Cards, 0, Precious Plating, Pile Wall. Hard notes across the board. We re-roll and see if any of these units get an extra upgrade slot, eh? Thing is, that's already accounted for on the Steelsingers, who would be the most impactful ones. Like a third spell of the turn, all spells get +1 magic power for the rest of the game. Sure, let's do that. Then we're looking for just removals. So, Purge Guards. The Frozen Lancers actually eventually do quite a lot of damage. Ah, this is so difficult. It feels like the razor sharp edges might be some of the most minimal. They gain us damage, sure, and they gain us 20 each time we play them, but no. God, is it the restores? I don't think it's the restores. Maybe it's the restores. Let's go with quality. Let's remove a restore. Let's remove a frozen lance. And then don't have enough to remove another. Extreme Stone, eh? 190 damage to the front line unit, eh? You know what? I'm gonna give you the Extreme Stone. I'm also gonna give you the Piercing. Yeah. We could apparently engage a pact. Put one of these in one of the other. Yeah, no, thank you. Alright, Merchant Trinkets. Nothing else. Nothing else out here that we could even put in anything if we even tried. Alright, let's go. Let us go. Channel Song. Okay, you have some spicy targets you can hit right now. Probably one of the least spicy, but it's still okay. Tethys, Mollusk Mage, Steelsinger. Titan Sentry goes in the bottom line. And then the front line one will get its healing there. A Frozen Lance for 30 damage with 0 energy. An incant trigger associated with it. It's still pretty good. As it turns out, that's still nice. Let's draw a card with this. $350 damage from a single Titan's Gratitude there. That's good. Unfortunately, we're no longer putting Shorks out on the field right now, but somehow I feel like that's totally okay. Let's get rid of those while we can. Restore, and then some extra damage. The ability to kind of flip-flop the units no longer really makes too much sense, but we always knew that was going to disappear eventually. Oof. Hammer Drain across the board, eh? Well done. Got a whole load of value out of that one. And that was because Seraph the Chase came to the top floor and then removed everyone's debuff, unfortunately. It's fine, we got the Titan's Gratitude to take care of it this time, though. Just turns out to be a giant heal by itself there. Beautiful. No more Ember Drain for me, thank you. Oh, that 9 regen. Oh, it's enough. It's more than enough. You, a little bit more damage out there just in case. It's a good one. It's a good run. Come up here. Huh? Huh? Actually almost got our frontliner there. Should I be scared? I don't think so. There's so much HP it has to cut through to get to us. Now, TLD is going to be sweeping. So I'm probably not going to want to set up on that top line, am I? Or maybe I'm fine with it. Maybe it doesn't even matter. It's the Tethys who would die. And have to heal it every single turn. I don't want to do that. But they do only get locked on that top floor as well. I think I have to heal them every single turn. Do I want the more damaging unit in front or behind? Behind. Right? Because its health matters less after it gets flipped. That's piercing. Do I want to cast that down there? Maybe. Sting. Use a sharp edge you. Get rid of one of these, and then... Yeah, let's actually murder the frontliner here. Just in case, you know? Okay. One more Steelsinger. Oh, I didn't even get the... Actually, you know what? We adapted Mutation U. That's how we keep you alive. In the long term, it's so much more effective. Top floor don't get the ability to attack. I get the channel song, getting the Mollusk Mage. Oh, still doing business here. There's a lot of frostbite, but yeah, it looks like we're already losing a unit here, or were about to lose a unit there. Not the card I wanted to discard, but it's okay. Again, we're going to need to take care of our Tethys. Okay, well done. You got those down. Do I Titan Sentry in the midline now? Or bottom line, maybe? Let's go for the bottom line. God, a Glimmer would be so good right now. Glimmer! Ah. Feeling worse and worse. I didn't take one. There, one more heal there. Alright, I think we're good now. I think we have crested... Oh my god, look at this hand! Volatile Gauge really having it out for me right now, but still not capable of pulling it through despite. The Scourges are doing some serious work still, to be fair. 3 waves remaining. Okay. Blind gets its full heal. Let's go 2, 2, 2. Get him, Shorks. Really? Couldn't remove its spell shields with those? I was kind of just assuming that that many would remove its spell shields. Inevitably. Nice. We get rid of both of the Isoldes on the bottom line. That is huge. I can't take many more Scourges in this deck. A lot of them are real rough. Nice. Looks like we are set up. We'll just throw that out. Let's go back down to normal speed and watch it. So there's been a bee sitting on my bottom this entire time, and I know. A lot of people said it was that they would prefer the reset to see the interesting thing and all of those. But there was still a part of my brain that was constantly just playing on the inside of like, this has been invalid since the 3rd fight, you know, something like that. Gotta silence that part of my brain right now, especially while we're learning the last Divinity, right? Having the ability to reattempt some of the micro things feels like it is a way to still make progress while not being as frustrated by the game as occasionally I have been in the past, that is to say. Also, I did really want to use the new unit there. I think once we're putting together, this is actually something that was clarified by one of the comments. Once we're putting together like pretty consistent win streaks with TLD, then it feels more appropriate to flip back in the other direction and go, okay, well, we're now done with any resets. We now need to just focus on the micro from this point on. It's also worth noting, like, the micro is different, right? The micro is really different. There's a reason that different updates, like, you know, the exiled introductions, friends and foes, etc., right? There's a reason those updates didn't really require a lot of resets, or there weren't as many micro problems in those. And it's not just, you know, there were no new clans in those, because there were new clans, or there was our new clan, and then there was the expansion of individual clans, right? It's the enemies require different considerations from you, and while we've pared those down into a few, you know, as I've mentioned, the prior edicts, having the ability to encounter one of the roadblocks that is new as a result of the shard system, and then find your way around it, I feel is going to ultimately result in me being a stronger player. Rather than running into a roadblock, losing to it, and then next time I run into that roadblock, losing to it as well, right? Like, I get less opportunity to discover how better to manage those situations if I don't occasionally reset. I don't know, and now I'm just justifying it to myself in real time, despite the fact that almost 100% of responses were like, yes, do that. I don't know, I feel like there's just a mental barrier in me. The fact that, like, a lot of people were very comfortable, especially the amount of people that said, like, if it wasn't TLD, I wouldn't be comfortable with the resets. Like, I wouldn't really want that in the series. Or, like, you know, as you build more win streaks in TLD, then it'll be more appropriate to phase it out. The fact that even people who've stood behind no resets ever, that's not how you play the game, that is cheating. The fact that very, very few people held that stance, and some people changed from that stance, definitely is incredibly comforting, and calms part of it. I just need to go in and fight my inner commenter in my head, basically, and say, hey, it's okay. We're doing TLD, we're doing C25s to start with. It's okay for the moment. Unable to contact game service. Please check your internet. Wow. I'm moving very soon, so my internet... I hope this isn't it being cut off, because if so, this episode isn't going live for a very long time. But, for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train: The Lost Divinity. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.